Welcome back to my channel, everyone. My name is Todd Kemp, and this lesson is going to go over the circle of the sun, over flat Earth. I know a lot of y'all don't even believe in flat Earth. A lot of y'all are caught up in globe Earth. Flat Earth is in scriptures. And this is going to go over the circle of the sun according to the scriptures and according to Enoch. I'm going to also go over how many days is actually in a year according to the movement of the sun. Okay, I'm going to bring out some things, but like I always say, I want you to do your own research. You know, I'm coming humbly with this, so don't just take my word. I'm going to bring this stuff out for it's up to you to do your due diligence and research the things that I bring out. So we're actually going to go to chapter 72. We're going to start at chapter 72 in the book of Enoch. And I'm going to basically go over the gates and the circuit of the sun. And I'm cut for time, so I need you guys to keep up. And if I miss anything, just drop it in the comments section. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to start off by pulling. I want to go to Psalms 19:6. Okay, Psalms 19:6. And its rising is from one end of Shamayim, and its circuit is unto the other end. And nothing is hidden from its heat. That's talking about the sun. One more time. Verse 6. Its rising is from one end of Shamayim, and its circuit to the other, and is hidden from its heat. Circuit means a circle. I mean, I don't want to pull out the dictionary, but you can look that up. You can pause this and pull up the dictionary on Google or whatever. And a circuit is not a straight line. A circuit is a circle. Circuit. All right. We're going to go to Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 5 real quick. That's a small. Here we go. Ecclesiastes. Small part, fine. 1:5. Okay. The sun also, Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 5. The sun also rises, and the sun goes and hurries back to the place where it arose. If the sun is shooting through space, it'll probably never come back to the place it just came from. I mean, this is common sense. This don't need spinning or anything. The sun also rises, and the sun goes. It goes and hurries back to the place where it arose. Okay, that's like you getting up, jumping in your car, going to Walmart, and you're going to come back. I mean, it's not a circle, but you're going to come back to where you came from. But the sun is moving in a circuit. But I got to make this short. I'm cut for time, so I'm going to go, I think, to Enoch. Okay, here's my drawing of my Enoch circuit of the sun. As you can see clearly, it's 6 gates here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out here, when the sun gets out here, you have the winter solstice, December the 21st. No matter where you're at on this flat plane, your magnetic device is going to always point north. So when the sun comes up, if you're looking north, the sun is going to be coming up east and setting in the west. That's how it travels. 30 days, 31 days. It travels around here for an extra day for the change of seasons. 30 days, 30 days, 31 days. Travels around here at the end of the sixth gate for a change of seasons. Then it mounts up and it comes back down all the way to the Tropic of Capricorn. Right now it's at the Tropic of Cancer. Okay? And once it reaches the end of the sixth gate, that's the summer solstice. That's a change of seasons. So you got the winter solstice. Okay? When the winter starts, winter, that 1 month, 2 month, 3 months, boom. The spring equinox. See that? Which is March the 21st. 1 month, 2 month, 3 months, boom. Summer starts. And that's the summer solstice, what I just brought out. The sun mounts up, spend an extra day, come back down. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It spends 31 days. Fall equinox, September the 21st. Mounts up, spend an extra day in the same place, then it takes off. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Spend an extra day down here, and it has completed this course. The winter solstice, 21st. When the sun is down here, or most likely down here, but perhaps anywhere below the equator, that's when you get those beautiful halos, because the sun is beaming off the firmament. You don't get that when it's above the equator. Okay? And the equator is here at the start of the fourth gate. That's the equator, the start of the fourth gate. So I'm going to break this whole thing down per scripture. If we go over here, this Enoch chapter 72 verse 6. And this way he rises in the first month. In the first month, it starts here because this is probably the month of creation. Well, ain't no probably, the most high created the luminaries in the first, they shined in the first month. That's what I believe, because this is where Enoch is started. And the way he rises in the first month in the great portal, which is the fourth. And in that fourth portal for which the sun rises in the first month are 12 windows opening, which precede a flame when they are open in their seasons. So right here is the spring equinox. It's the first month, fourth portal. I just brought that out over here. Spring equinox, see it right there? Come around here, come down, fourth portal. That's the beginning of spring. Okay, and when the sun rises in Shamayim, he comes forth through the fourth portal, 30 days, like I said before, in succession, and goes down exactly in the fourth portal in the west of Shamayim. And during this period, the day becomes daily longer and the night nightly shorter to the 30th morning. On that day, the day is longer than the night by a ninth part, and the day amounts exactly to 10 parts and the night to 8 parts. Okay, the day is actually getting longer and the nights are getting shorter. And the sun rises from the fourth portal and goes down in the fourth portal and returns to the fifth portal. So it's going up towards the North Pole of the east 30 mornings. And this portal is going to do 30 mornings also, like I just brought out, and rises from it, goes down in the fifth portal. And then the day becomes longer. It becomes longer again by 2 parts, and it amounts to 11 parts, and the night becomes shorter. and amounts to 7 parts. As you can see on flat earth, as it goes up, no matter where the sun at on flat earth, it has to go around 24 hours. So when it's out here speeding up, okay, the day is shorter, nights are longer. But once it comes in, the days are longer and the nights are shorter. You can't get that on the globe, y'all. Everything that you get up here, once it goes above the equator, once it go below the equator, if it's a globe, you should get the same readings going down. Okay? When you're coming from the 6 portal, 6, 5, 4, the same reading you get here, when you're going into the 5th portal, it's the same reading you should get here when you're going into the 3rd portal. And you're not going to get that. And it returns to the east and enters into the 6th portal and rises, goes down the 6th portal, 31 mornings. Like I said, that's the end of the season. Summer is starting. It's the summer solstice, which is June the 21st. So it spends that extra day and starts coming back down from the North Pole. 31 mornings on account of its sign. When you see the account of the sign, that means they're spending that extra day. So it's at the end of the 6th portal. See that 31 right there? See that? So it's starting to come back down. And on that day becomes longer than night. And on that day becomes double the night. Day is double the night. And that day becomes 12 parts, and the night is shortened and becomes 6 parts. The day becomes 12 parts, and the night is shortened and becomes 6 parts. That actually equals out to 16 hours a day and about 8 hours a night. Okay, that's if you add those up, that's 24 hours. 8 times 2 is 16. That's what you're getting up there. And the sun mounts up. It's mounting up because it's coming back down and makes the day shorter and the night longer. And I brought that out. It got to come back down. The days is going to get shorter and the nights are going to get longer as it's coming back down. You can't get that on a globe. I'm sorry, but you can't. And the sun returns east, enters into the 6th portal, and rises from it and goes down 30 mornings. Okay? So that's the beginning of summer. First month, 30 mornings. When the 30 mornings are accomplished, the day decreases by exactly 1 part and becomes 11 parts, and the night 7. And the sun goes forth from that 6th portal in the west and goes to the east and rises in the 5th portal for 30 mornings. That's the 2nd month of summer. And goes down in the west portal. Goes down in the west again in the 5th western portal. 6, and it's going, that's the 6th portal, and it's going down in the 5th portal. 30. Now them 31 days is getting ready to come up. Oh, man. And when the 30 mornings are accomplished, the day decreases by exactly 1 part and becomes 11 parts, and the night 7 parts. And the sun goes forth from the 6th portal in the west and goes to the east and rises in the 5th portal. I think I read this before. And for the 30 mornings and goes down in the west again, the 5th portal. Goes west again in the 5th western portal. On that day, the day decreases by 2 parts and amounts to 10 parts, and the night to 8 parts. Okay, this is where I should have started off at. And the sun goes forth from the 5th portal and goes down in the 5th portal. Starting the 5th portal is going down of the west and rises in the 4th portal. It rises in the 4th portal for 31 mornings. on account of his sign. See, there it go again. See up there? On account of his sign. It's changing seasons. It gotta do them 31 mornings. On account of his signs. See? That's the 31 mornings. And right now, it's the fall equinox. September the 23rd. It's the fall equinox. And on the fall equinox, on that day, the fall equinox is equal with the night. And the night amounts to 9 parts and the day 9 parts. That means 12 hours daylight, 12 hours darkness. And the sun rises from that portal and goes down in the west and returns to the east and rises 30 mornings in the third portal. So it's in the third portal. That's the first month of fall. And goes down in the west in the third portal. And on that day, the night becomes longer. See, the night is becoming longer. It's in the third portal. The third portal should be exactly as the fifth portal. On that day, the night becomes longer than the day, and the night becomes longer than night, and the day shorter than day till the 30th morning, and the night's amounts exactly 10 parts, and the day to 8 parts. And the sun rises from the third portal and goes down in the third portal in the west and returns to the east. And for 30 mornings rises in the second portal in the east. And in the same way goes down in the second portal in the west of Shamayim. On that day, the night amounts to 11 parts and the day to 7 parts. And the sun rises on that day from the second portal and goes down in the west in the second portal and returns to the east into the first portal for 31 mornings. You remember I brought that out? It's right here. That's the first portal. It's coming back down. So it's leaving the second and it's coming into the first portal for 31 mornings. It's going to spend here an extra day because it's the winter solstice on December 21st. It's going to do that for 31 mornings. And goes down in the first, let me start from the top here. And the sun rises on that day from the second portal and goes down in the west in the second portal and returns to the east and into the first portal for 31 mornings and goes down in the first portal in the west of Shamayim. On that day, the night becomes longer. The night is longer and amounts to double the day. So it's 16 hours of nighttime and only 8 hours of daytime down there at the South Pole. And the night amounts to exactly 12 parts and the day to 6. You see, it's the total opposite here. Okay? When the sun is up near the North Pole, at the end of the sixth gate on that day, the day becomes longer. The day is double the night. Here, the night is double the day. You can't, there's no way you can get that on a globe Earth. Both of these would be the same. They're total opposites. Let's continue. And the sun has transversed the divisions of its orbit and turns again. It's down here, it's turning, and it's gonna go back this way. You remember we started in springtime. So right now, winter is starting. We're gonna go 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 30, 31. Boom. Spring equinox. Where's that? 21st. And that's about all I have to bring out as far as Enoch goes. Book of Enoch, hallelujah scriptures, I do that. And I just want to give like another quick overview of my chart, just in case a lot of you guys was confused. Okay, right here you can clearly see sun going towards the North Pole. So I'm gonna break down the seasons once again. First gate, 30 days, 30 days, 31 days. 30 days in here, 30 days, 31 days. Sun mounts up. It mounts up. Okay? It's going back towards the South Pole. It spins. 30 days here. With me so far? No, I'm sorry. 30 days here, 30 days here, 31 here. 30, 30, 31. That's 91 days here. 30, 30 in here, 30, 31. Sun has reached the South Pole. Real quick again. Sun going in towards the North Pole. 30 days at the end of the first gate, 30 days at the end of the second gate, 31 days at the end of the third gate. Okay? $30 days at the end of the fourth gate, 30 days at the end of the fifth gate, 31 days at the end of the sixth gate. Mounts up, coming back towards the South Pole. 30 days at the end of the sixth gate, 30 days at the end of the fifth gate, 31 days at the end of the fourth gate. Seasons change. 30 days again, 30 days again, 30 again. And another thing I want to bring out as far as this people believe in the biblical calendar is 360 days. Some think it's 365 days. I believe it's 364 days for the simple fact you cannot get 7 without having some decimals left over, and 360 and 365. And I'm just going to break it down. If you times 52 weeks by 7, which stands for 7 days, you're going to get 364 days.
If you divide
52 weeks by 4 seasons, you're going to get 13 weeks per season. Now, those 13 weeks, if you times those 13 weeks by 7, like I said, you're going to get 91 days. 30, 30, 31 equals 91. Now, if you time those 91 days by 4 seasons, 91 times 4, you're going to get 52 weeks, which equals a year. 1 year, this is the last thing I'm going to say. 1 year equals 4 seasons. 4 seasons equals 12 months. Within those 12 months is 52 weeks. And those 52 weeks are equal to 364 days. Okay, if I missed something, drop it in the comments. On that note, shalom everyone.